So what are some Celo specific features? We have phone number mapping, which basically means that if you have used MetaMask or any wallet, then you must have noticed that your address, the public address, is a long string of characters, which is definitely something that you cannot memorize. So you can imagine how difficult it is to, like, you can imagine that when internet started, there used to be IP addresses. That's how people used to remember the websites, right? Like you put in the IP address and then you go to website. But then domains were introduced, like facebook.com, google.com. And today we can not use phone numbers, but we can, like, use Google Pay, Paytm, Phone Pay, and just type in their phone numbers. We don't need to remember their account name. We don't need to remember the IFSC code, nothing like that, right? We just need the phone number and we can send the payments. Similarly, we want to give a similar experience in the blockchain industry. So for this purposes, we are introducing phone number mapping at a native level, which basically means that you can natively depend. Nobody would stop you from implementing this feature in your application. Cross-chain interoperability. This is a bit of more of an advanced feature, which basically means that there exist multiple blockchains like Celo, Ethereum, then there is Polygon and other blockchains. And if you want to do transactions, like, if you want to transfer your funds from Celo to the Polygon blockchain or Ethereum blockchain, you can do that because we have such uh, projects and tools in the ecosystem to do such things. Multi-currency gas fees. This is also something that, if you know about how gas fees work, then, like, in most of the blockchains, there is a single native currency that is to be used to pay gas fees. For example, for Ethereum, you pay gas fees in ETH. And what is a gas fee? Gas fee is basically fees to be used in order to do right type of operations on the blockchain. So blockchain is basically storing information, and if you want to write to the storage, perform a write operation, then you would have to pay gas fees. And it could be in any form. It could be storing some information, doing a transaction, because when you do a transaction, you have to store which entities, like which are the entities involved in the transaction, what was the asset, what happened, etc. Was it a buy, sell, etc., etc. Right? So whenever you do a write operation, you are supposed to pay gas fees, and when you do a read operation, it's free. So like, what if you have some funds in your wallet, but you cannot exchange them for something else because you don't have the native currency that is to be used to pay the gas fees, right? Like, in like, let's say Paytm starts charging you fees for doing transactions. So usually, like, what we can think of is that Paytm will charge us in INR. What if we have US dollars? We have US dollars, we want to exchange it to Indian rupees, but we don't have Indian rupees to pay for the exchange fees, right? Something like that. I'm just trying to give an example, right? So Celo basically supports multiple currencies as gas fees. So if you have uh, dollars, you have euros, you have the Brazilian real, you can pay gas fees using that as well. EVM compatibility. Celo is almost, like, not almost, but EV is EVM compatible, which is basically the tools that you use for the for developing your applications and deploying your applications in the Ethereum ecosystem are directly available for you in the Celo ecosystem as well. So you use the same programming language, the same tools that you have when you are writing code or deploying applications on Ethereum. You can use the same things on Celo.